Only 6 home games remain for the regular season for the Lady Raiders of Texas Tech, and protecting home court is a priority for Tech. Tonight, they get another opportunity. They look for the season sweep versus the Cougars of Houston. Hello again, everybody. Along with WNBA coach Randy Poole, I'm Ron Tulis. You look at the numbers home and away for Texas Tech, big difference. Also a big difference in wins versus losses as far as numbers.
Right. Tonight is a must-win home game for the Lady Raiders. However, they do score 20 more points on average per game when they're here at the USA. They shoot a better percentage, and their assists are almost double. So it's become a little bit of a tale of two teams so far this season for the Lady Raiders. And I know Coach Gerlich and her staff want to see that same team that played last week against Iowa State.
Well, one thing Texas Tech is looking for tonight is consistency. One player who has been consistent is Bailey Maupin. Last 3 games, shooting 56%.
Bailey has been the most consistent player so far for the Lady Raiders. You know what she's going to bring to the table every night. She continues to lead this team in scoring and assists, despite being the #1 focus of the opposing team's defense.
They're going to need her tonight. Now, there are 11 seniors or better on this Houston team. Point guard Nia Boyd, she's really the catalyst, Brandy.
She is. Boyd is the head of the snake when it comes to Houston's offense and defense. She's going to pressure the ball for 94 feet. She's also extremely talented getting into the paint and creating for herself and her teammates. The Lady Raiders have to contain Nia Boyd tonight to come away with a victory.
There's the head coach of the Houston Cougars, one of the great guys, Ronald Hughey, in his 10th year, over a decade NCAA Division I experience, was at Florida State. He was actually the position coach for the Dallas Wings' Natasha Howard of the WNBA. He has done a great job there in his time. And, of course, Krista Gerlich, the head coach of your Texas Tech Lady Raiders, won the national title here under Marcia Sharp. And, again, looking for consistency. Can't say that enough tonight.
Right, I think they've had a lot of good talks about that and stepping up and being consistent on the road versus at home, even in their wins and their losses. There's just a huge difference in the numbers. And, you know, you've got to have more people stepping up on a consistent basis to score.
And I think you made the point in the loss to BYU, only 4 players made field goals in that game.
Right, and you just got to have more people step up than that. When they do, like they do against Iowa State, they find great success.
Changing the starting lineup, Ashley Chevalier back in as the starting 5. And also Jasmine Shavers, and it looks like Jada Wynn, she's going to be playing the 4 spot in today's game.
She is. I kind of like this lineup. It's a different lineup. They've replaced Kyla Freelon. They moved Jada Merritt to the 5 and put Jada Wynn, you know, who could really spread the floor and made 6 threes the last time they faced Houston. And so playing a small forward, more of a 4-guard lineup, you know, but they've got Jada Wynn guarding the post, which she is capable of doing.
Here is Houston, 11-7 on the year, 2-5 in the conference, 2-4 away. They've lost 2 straight. They were picked 12 in the preseason poll. Ashley Chevalier pulls away the rebound. Texas Tech, they want to control the pace tonight by handling the heat that Houston gives. Of course, everybody knows Coach Hughey, 94 feet of heat.
Right. Tech's got to take care of the basketball tonight because the Houston is so dangerous when they can create turnovers and then run and score out of those.
Good defense so far. Shot clock at 4. Maupin. That was close to Groover where she shot that from. How about Bailey Maupin? 40 people from Groover show up every game to watch her play. And it's not a 30-minute drive.
Right. No, that's so great that she has that kind of support every night, night in and night out.
Let's see if Texas Tech wants to bang it inside. 9 straight games they've been outscored in the paint. Merritt high top. Nice move inside. Uses her quickness, can't finish it out. Boyd pulls it away. Boyd, the graduate out of Mesquite, Texas, has it rejected. Nice job, Jada Wynn.
I do love that play, though, for Jordan Merritt, isolating her at the elbow, because she's just really good in the tunnel, in the paint, going off the bounce. That's a shot that she can easily make, and I imagine she'll make more of those tonight.
Jada Wynn, her 3rd block of the season. On the drive, Layla Blair, outstanding offensive player, comes in averaging almost 16 a game. She was first team All-AAC last year. Of course, that was the conference that Houston was in, now joining the Big 12. There is the trap. Shavers left wide open. Can't make him pay. Wynn battles for the rebound. Knocked out. And it'll belong to Houston.
But smart play there. Good skip by Bailey to find Jasmine Shavers. And that's what happens when teams start trapping you. Somebody's going to be open. And if you can pass the ball out of it quickly, you can get open shots.
Tech has not hit any of their first 3 field goal attempts. Pressure put out by Chevalier. Rhea Patterson goes inside. That's going to be a travel. We'll go the other way with it.
It'll be interesting tonight because both teams take pride in their full court defense and forcing turnovers. So who's going to win that battle tonight? Who's going to take care of the basketball tonight?
Houston is so good at it. They want 75 to 80 possessions tonight, but they also want to force 25 turnovers tonight.
Right. Well, if Tech has 25 turnovers tonight, they're going to be in trouble.
Exactly.
They've got to take care of the basketball.
Merritt faces up. And a whistle and a foul is going to be called. And that's going to be Rhea Patterson, the graduate out of DeSoto High School. Great tradition of basketball in DeSoto. 70 may be the magic number. Texas Tech 10-0 as we look at it again when they score 70 or more. Houston, they're 10-0 when their opponent is under 70.
Guess we're going to watch that score tonight.
Can you say intrigue?
But you would hope the Lady Raiders who are ready to step up after a pretty disappointing performance in BYU where they didn't score the ball well, they didn't shoot the ball well.
Right. Of course, they ended up losing to Baylor 60-46. Fewest field goals made at 15. Fewest points in 2024. Another travel call. We'll go the other way with it. Maupin 0 for 2 from 3. Rebound into the hands of Layla Blair, the senior out of Houston, Texas. Number 7 in the conference in scoring this year.
Good defense by Jada Wynn. And you see Houston's already in attack mode. They're going to have a lot of dribble drive action, spreading the floor, looking to penetrate and kick.
3 seconds in the lane, so Houston turns it over. Already 4 turnovers in this ballgame for the Cougars.
I think most of those they've done to themselves.
Exactly.
With traveling and, I don't know that those have necessarily been forced by Texas Tech.
Again, control the pace. Huge tonight. And they want to get great shots by playing together, and there is a great example.
That was great sharing the basketball. Good awareness by Jasmine Shavers. Little drop pass when the defense stepped over, finding Jordan Merritt for the finish.
And then the steal. Shavers with the easy layup. 5 turnovers over the last 140 now for Houston.
In the first meeting between these two teams, each team had 22 turnovers, and both coaches acknowledged that when we were speaking to them today. Thinking that was just way too high.
The 3 out of the way by Boyd. Whistle and a foul down low. It's going to go against Texas Tech. They met back on December 30th, opening the conference play. Tech won at 79-71, but Tech only won the first quarter, outscoring Houston 31-12. Let's talk about Tech's keys to the game.
Right, as we've already addressed, they've got to take care of the basketball tonight when Houston wants to force 25-plus turnovers, but also control the pace. And what Krista means by that is that they want to get out and run, but they can't let Houston go crazy just running off turnovers, scoring off one pass. They've got to control their live ball turnovers and then play together. I think that's the most important key tonight. Play Lady Raider basketball, play together, take good shots. Share the basketball, and I know that's going to be one of the biggest things that she's going to be looking for tonight.
Texas Tech spent a lot of time working on what we just saw there, bringing the ball inbounds on a little bit of pressure. Kyla Freelon got in a little bit of trouble. Whistle and a foul is going to be called, and Freelon was close. I'm going to throw out the term again to the idiot box.
Right.
You get in right in front of us here. You're blocked by out of bounds, midcourt, and players. Let's talk about Houston keys to the game.
Again, they want to pressure and force turnovers. Like you said, it's 94 feet of heat. He just wants to pressure the ball all night long and force those turnovers. They want to limit their fouls. Last game, they put Texas Tech on the foul line 27 times. That's a lot of free points. So that he wants to be physical without fouling. And then, lastly, transition defense. Because how good Tech is when they can get out and run and score in transition. Their transition defense has to be on point. They didn't want to give up open threes like they did to Jada Wynn in the first game.
Maupin, beautiful pass inside. Merritt gets the bounce. How about that pass, though, from Bailey Moffitt, who averages almost 4 assists a ball game?
Really nice. That's playing together. That's sharing the basketball.
And then you have the 94-foot foul by Jasmine Shavers.
Right. You know how I feel about those.
Makes me cringe. Makes all of us cringe. In that first meeting between these two, Houston had 27 points off Tech's turnovers. They also dominated the paint 30-20 in that contest. 6-0 run for the Lady Raiders. No place to go for Boyd. Has to give it up. The step through. The bounce won't go. Leah Johnson, the junior out of Columbus, Ohio, the transfer from Pitt. It's been an adjustment for her because of the defense Pitt played.
Right, so she's coming from a completely different system where they played a lot of zone, and now she's having to learn all of the defensive principles.
Shavers, not a good pass. Right into the hands of Cameron Jones, the senior out of Magnolia, Texas. She's one of those glue-type players.
She does a little bit of everything for this team, for sure. She's consistent. She can guard multiple people. She leads the team and is fifth in the Big 12 in steals. So she's just really impactful on both ends of the floor.
Coach Huey was telling us, she doesn't score as much as we like, but you can't blame her because she's doing everything else.
Right.
Here is Moffitt, launches over the outstretched hands of Jones into the hands of Blair. Blair, 6th all-time, Houston. From number 1 as far as three-pointers, there's Blair with a 2. Cherry picking. Merritt may have gotten away with dragging the foot. But Merritt has a half a dozen, and Tech has hit 4 of their last 5.
Good awareness there. Both 2 possessions in a row. There's not a lot of defense being played. Layla Blair can go 94 feet to the rim. Then we're looking up and immediately passing and getting a layup right back at him in transition. That's got to be cleaned up on the defensive end of the floor.
The Flextra Credits plan from Reliant is now in Lubbock. With
27. And nearly a century later, we continue to serve Texas Tech through programs, services, and scholarships for all of our loud and proud Red Raiders. We appreciate our loyal alumni for making a difference. If you're not a member, consider being a part of our story into the next century. Along today, you're one of us.
How far can you see from Texas Tech? Some believe thousands of miles. We believe we can see farther. From here, anything is possible. As Red Raiders, we always keep our eyes on the horizon. We look to change the future, as many before us have over the past 100 years. And we believe our best is still yet to come.
Welcome back inside United Supermarkets Arena, along with Randy Poole. I'm Ralph Poole. On top of the show, we were talking about this discrepancy in some of the numbers. Let's break down home and away for the Lady Raiders, and there's a big, big difference.
There really is. They're scoring almost double the amount of points at home. Almost 20 points more at home. They're shooting better percentages. Their assists are doubled, 8 and 11 on the road and 15 at home. There are just a lot of numbers that are just better when they're in the confines of USA Arena.
Well, they draw a great crowd here just about every game. This is part of a 2-game homestand. They got TCU Saturday at 2 o'clock. That's going to be a very important game as Houston goes into their offense.
A little bit of a dribble weave here that Tech is just smartly switching everything and saying with this smaller lineup, they can do that. They can switch everything because Jordan and Wynn can guard on the perimeter.
How about Merritt? She had the height advantage with the rejection. Then it's the shot clock violation.
Great connected defense on that possession there.
23rd block for Merritt. There it is. Jasmine Lewis is going to come into the lineup. Jordan Merritt's going to get a little bit of a breather. Lewis, the senior out of Kansas City, Missouri, actually started her career at Houston. But I think that is a good start for Jordan Merritt. In the last few games, the confidence is beginning to build. Chevalier on the move, whistling a foul. Was working on the graduate transfer, Brittany Anjay. Anya J out of Pflugerville, Texas, gateway to Round Rock.
I like that she was able to draw the foul, but I don't like that they didn't get anything out of that offensive possession. I don't think they ran anything. Ashley Chevalier put her head down and drove and got a foul, but I think they could execute a little bit more and get something better out of their offense.
Lewis is going to go out, quick stint in the game. Merritt comes back in, and here is Chevalier off the bench the last couple of games. Still having a career year this season. She is now 14 of 19 from the stripe. The lead goes to 3. Their biggest has been 4. Texas Tech, number 1 in the Big 12 in free throw percentage.
Right, and that's exactly why Houston doesn't want to put them on the line 27 times again, because they're going to hit a really high percentage of their shots.
Getting a little loose with the basketball, tracked down by Johnson. Got front, Blair has to hand it off. Johnson, savvy. Average 19 minutes off the bench on the drive. Blair off the glass, got it. That is pretty.
Really nice finish there, too, because Texas done a pretty good job of not letting them get a whole lot of north-south penetration.
Well, she's a player that had 33 versus TCU. Merritt inside, already 8 for Jordan Merritt. That's more than what she averages, then another travel goal.
Right. We talked about her confidence picking up, knowing that her teammates need her. They need her to be productive each and every night. And so that was just a really nice controlled finish.
How about that, though, for Blair? You and I have been talking over the last couple of days about Texas Tech needing that one leader. Last year they had a couple of them. Obviously, Bree Gerlich. And you look at Katie Farrell, big cat. They had players that would get in the locker room and get in your face. We're not sure they have that this year, but Merritt has that potential.
Right, I do think she does, and I think she has the respect of her teammates. But who's going to be that leader that's going to step up and hold each other accountable in the locker room? And sometimes it just doesn't come from your coaching staff.
Good point.
It's got to come internally from each other. I think that's important.
Oh, yeah, we just saw the future leader in Logan Johnson, the outstanding freshman. I mean, she's got a lot of potential, Johnson does. Here's Jada Wynn. Started the last 2 games, comes in averaging just over 4. Freelot has been struggling shooting the basketball.
She had such a strong start to the season and now hit a little bit of her sophomore slump, I think. I hate to say that, but, I'd love to see Kyla Freeland back to her, what we saw in November and December from her.
How about Brittany Anjay hitting the 3? That's her 29th, and we're going to give her big-time kudos. She just showed up today during shoot-around because she's in nursing school, wasn't even going to play this season, cleaned out her locker after last year. She got into nursing school at Houston. They said, you got another year. She decided to play as Jada Wynn hits the 3. But she has to fly on a different schedule than the team because of classes.
And I so appreciate Coach Huey and his staff accommodating her, letting her do both things that she loves. And, nursing obviously, there's life after basketball, and that she's going to be incredible. But to still be able to play and finish out her career as well, I think is tremendous.
How about Jada Wynn knocking down the 3? She had 23 versus Houston. That's her first 20-point game of her career in the first meeting. And the lead is 6. Texas hit 4 of their last 5 shots. Right now, Houston, more turnovers than field goals made. Jones gives it up out front. Boyd. Boyd has a tip. Moffitt almost came down with it. The shooter again, Anya Shea. In her 6th year, she's got 5 already.
Well, that's what she does. Almost 80% of her shots come from the arc. You know, she's not shooting a tremendous percentage right now, but that is what she does. She shoots the ball, so you've got to get out to her and not let her get hot.
Well, she's got 197 career three-pointers. That's good for number 2 in Houston history, chasing Brittany Scott for the number 1 spot. Shot clock at 4. Logan Johnson drains the 3. Only her 8th of the year.
No, but I love that Logan Johnson's numbers have gone up in conference play. Her shooting percentages, her points, you know, she is continuing to contribute, especially defensively, but her offense has picked up since the non-con.
Well, 9.4 left after a slow and ugly shooting for both teams. They have now combined to hit 10 of their last 13 shots. Here is Boyd with 5 on the 5 tenths. Can't